What's up everybody and welcome back to the channel. DMZ missions are where it's at. Season 3 is with us, and with that came a brand new faction called Redacted. We're working through every single tier of this faction, but specifically today we're looking at a tier 2 mission called Flight Risk. Flight Risk is a 3-part mission for the therealfullmeasure map, basically centering around the new heavy extraction chopper which was added in Season 3. So just some explanation here. In Season 3 they added a heavy extraction chopper. This chopper uses special fuel, not the normal red fuel cans that you see around the map. And this fuel is needed to be found somewhere on the map. It's not close to where the chopper spawns in most cases, and then you need to go to the chopper, refuel the chopper, and then you're actually able to fly it by taking off and actually leaving the map, thereby giving yourself another way to extract. So that's basically how the heavy chopper works. Now this mission has 3 steps. First of all, you need to find yourself some of this special heavy chopper fuel. Secondly, you need to refuel this heavy chopper, of which there is only one on the map that spawns in 3 different locations, which I'll explain. And then last but not least, you need to exfiltrate with this chopper. Now, exfiltrating with this chopper is super straightforward. You simply just fly out straight out of the map. There's no specific place you need to fly to. You just fly into the red and you're good to go. So first things first, where do we find the fuel for this chopper? Now, I've successfully found the fuel in 4 different locations, and in the run that you're watching right now, I found this fuel on the cargo train, which runs clockwise around the map, the old train, which now also is a weapon case area. So this is a place where you can absolutely find this fuel. But I have also been successful in finding it in the 2 airport hangars at the airport. I've also found it at the Rohan oil station, which is where this little area where the train drives through. You have some containers here where it can also spawn in. And then last but not least, you have a similar train station kind of situation at Hafid port, where this jerry can also spawn. Now, I've mostly found it on the cargo train, I think 3 or 4 times in total, probably 4, maybe even 5. So this is for sure the one I would probably suggest for you to look for, but it is also probably the one where you can get into the most trouble, since this is a huge draw for players in Season 3 because they're trying to get the weapons case when it is on this train. So if you're able to access the train very fast at the beginning, I would absolutely do it, and there's a pretty good chance that you'll find some heavy fuel there. Now for the second part, you're gonna have to take this fuel can over to where the heavy chopper is, and again there's 3 possible areas where the heavy chopper can spawn. In this particular case of the footage that you're watching here, this spawned in therealfullmeasure city, right kind of like in the middle of the 2 tallest buildings in the city. But this can also spawn in Hafid port on these helipads that are collected around the sort of dock area. And then last but not least, it can actually also spawn on the runway at the airport. So sometimes you can be totally lucky and you will find the fuel and the helicopter right nearby each other, since those spawns can happen. But I've only ever really seen this for other players. That's never been the case for me. I've always had to travel very far to find it, and even finding it on another player once I killed them. However, get to the chopper, get into the chopper as if you are wanting to fly it. You will get the beep sounding saying that there's no fuel in the chopper. Then you simply open up your inventory, you use the right prompt to refuel the chopper, and you'll see you'll be able to start taking control of the chopper. So immediately fly upwards and then fly straight out the map. That is going to complete all of the different sections of this mission, and you'll be done with this one, and it's on to the next one. That also means you're done with this video. Thank you so much for watching, especially if you made it this far. Let me know if you found the fuel in different areas. I've seen players mentioning that it can also be found in the smuggling tunnels. I've also seen people mentioning that locked areas can also have a chance for this to spawn in some of the rooms. So it would be pretty interesting to know if there's other places you can get this. It seems that there's a finite amount of these that spawn on the map at any given time. So it would be interesting to know how many of these there possibly are. I hardly believe that there can only be 1 jerry can on the entire map. That seems really crazy, and somehow in a little way doesn't make any sense. But either which way, let me know how you completed the mission, and good luck with it. As always, it's super important to me that you have a fantastic morning, afternoon, and evening wherever you are in the world. And until next video, fucking cheers.
They want the best of me now, best of me now, best of me now, best of me. They want the best of me now, best of me now, best of me now, best of me.